That should work. Okay. Hey, Matthew. I am so
Hi,
excited to see you. This is Rosalie with Regener8tive, and we are a nonprofit looking for other nonprofits and do-gooders, and you came up on my radar. So I hear that you are doing a name change, but until then, right now you are the assistant executive director for a group in Arizona, and then it's called the Arizona Stands United, and you're the president of that chapter in Sedona. So congratulations. Plus
thank
you have a
you.
podcast, and the name of the podcast was Sedona Patriots, and I hear that you may change that name.
Yeah, so I received a lot of great downloads last night, and thank you for having me on the show. And yeah, I do. So I do represent Arizona Stands United.org, and under that, there is a chapter called Sedona Stands United. We're the Sedona Stands United chapter, and I'm the assistant executive director on the board for Arizona and the president of the chapter here in Sedona. And there has been a name change to this, to my podcast. It's going to be called The Humble Warrior. We're changing it from Sedona Patriot because, well, I'm not trying to be politically correct out there, but, with everything going on right now, we've gone through a lot of dark times in the last couple of weeks. And even on a personal level, not just on a collective level, I've been going through a lot of shadow work. I mean, last week, I was probably in a really, one of the darkest moments of my ascension and awakening. And it's because we're feeling all of the energies of the collective, and all the systems are breaking down around us. So like I made some mistakes public relations wise. I mean, I sent out some emails to certain individuals and the police station. My choice of words, not good. I mean, I said some things, and so I went through this, and my team, bless them. God bless my team. God bless my vice president, Barabee, for just really giving me some tough love, because, that's exactly what I needed to hear. And so I'm like, what do we do now? We're living in a world of chaos. I'm an activist. I'm an organizer, all sorts of stuff. I have many roles. My main role is a humble warrior. That's my main role, but I have many roles: podcast, politician, whatever you want to call me. I do multiple things, and it's like, what are we going to do now to solve these problems and to not look like, activism is a bad thing. And I want to change my approach. And therefore, that's why, after doing some praying and meditation last night, it's time to be more humble. It's time to be an activist who's a humble warrior spirit. And, last night I wrote down some really great things that I think that we can bring to the table. And my vision now, during living through revolutionary times, my vision is becoming a solutionist out of a revolution. We are no longer reactionists. We don't react, we act, and we become solutionists. So this is the approach that I want to take my chapter for Arizona Stands United. I want to take our chapter, we are going to take our chapter and turn it into a solution-based chapter here in Sedona. No longer are we going to react, we're going to act with sound solutions. So it's an alchemical process. You take a bunch of chaos and you create something beautiful out of it. And my channel has shown the chaotic side of being an activist. It's shown a lot of the dark stuff, and the channel is growing because of it. But now in the alchemical process, we create a solution and we solve a problem through solutions. So this, what everyone has saw on my channel, is an alchemical growth process. So they got to see the dark. Now they're going to see the light, and we're going to stay in between because we still have to do our shadow work on top of our light work too. So we got to stay in center. And what I love about your organization, Regener8tive, is the Infinity 8. And in alchemy, that's a very important symbol for us because we want to be in the center of the 8 so that we are working with the above and the below. The below being that chaotic nature and the above being that illumination of light onto the darkness of the chaos. That's my whole restructuring of the show, and I'm so excited to move forward with it. So thank you for asking those questions. Thank you.
You're welcome. So a little spanking did you good. Not
a little yes. Verdi, I love you for spanking my ass, pretty much. Thank you.
Yeah, you know, it's as a mom, sometimes we have to do that tough love, and it's because we love you that we do it. It's not, I mean, I know I used to say this is going to hurt me more than it is going to hurt you, and it's true. So what's the vision that you have for the future? And is there something that Regener8tive can help you with?
Yeah, so what I like about Regener8tive is your organization is a network, okay? And you're trying to have a network of nonprofits to hold accountability and transparency over our statesmen, whether it's doctors, lawyers, educators, or politicians. And what my vision is for our organization is to create that network and to create it through leading an impact through an active network. An active network are those that are actively involved. And what my 3 core structures underneath one core structure for the Sedona chapter would be community engagement. And under community engagement, we then have statesmen, campaigns, and events. All 3 are action-based solutions. I mean, one, with statesmanship, you have your network. So under statesmanship, you have your educators, your lawyers, your health and wellness people, and your sustainable nonprofits and food and all of that. And of course, your politicians, where we're going to hold accountability and transparency over them. And how you can help, Rosalie, with that is through what you can do to help us through Regener8tive is, you know, utilizing and your resources with your network to help us form these action plans and events. So what I'm thinking is, what we do is we start with statesmanship. We have our network. We collaborate with those individuals. We hold them accountable and transparent. And how we're going to do that is we're going to campaign. What we do here in Sedona is we'll campaign the problem, the solution, and the promotion. Campaigns promote. It's an action. We promote, we market these problems and solutions to these statesmen in the network. And then from there, we create an event. And an event is also an action plan because it entertains, it brings the information to the people, and then the people get the chance to act and hold everything from us and the statesmen accountable.
And it's fun. F-U-N. Yes.
And it's fun. There's more to it. I just created this business model. I'm still creating it. This is the best way to explain it. That I hope that I explained it perfectly.
That did. And I can send you some paperwork that we have and some guidelines that we used in regenerative action groups so that you can see the industries and how we form our agendas and the basic principles on those. So I'll get that out to you this week.
Awesome. So
great.
Much.
So tell me, so you said you had a little bit of a dark time and you've been struggling this last week. Do you want to share how that kind of transform you, or do you want to share with me on what are your struggles and if there's something I can do to help? Because that's the mom in me. If you have a struggle, I'm like, how can I help?
Thank you. Thank you.
I can rub your head and give you a little pat and say you're gonna be okay.
Well, my current struggles right now, Rosalie, is that I love and care so much for this planet and what we are going through. And I care about our children. Our children are our future. And, sometimes I'm not saying that caring too much is a bad thing, but when you don't care about yourself so much, how can you care about others?
Mm.
And when I say that, I do care about myself, but this work, as you know, we can get so, I was up until 1:30 in the morning yesterday or this morning, working on things. And we can get so caught up and so involved in the type of work, you're like me, we're truth seekers. We want the truth, we want to disseminate it. And so working in this department, and trying to do your spirituality, I neglected that because I let this overtake everything. And this stuff is important. This is why I put my business launch in my alchemy program. That's why I'm able to explain some alchemical things in this interview, is because I do have an alchemy program that I put aside because I need to focus on this. Because my focus on this and our focus on this, we won't have businesses to launch, people. We won't if we do not solve this problem with our network. We have to have a network to solve this problem. That's why I pushed my business aside and I gave up my abundance for a little bit in order to solve these problems, because we're working for free and it's great. We're working for free and I don't care. I don't care, or else I would have kept working on my alchemy program. So my struggle lately has been, how do I balance between being my various roles, a podcaster, an activist, a statesman? I play so many various roles here. And it's like, how do I stay centered so that I can also keep my spirituality in check? Because not connecting with God causes a lot of problems when you're trying to do this work. So my current struggles is that, burning myself out, caring too much, being agreeable, too much agreeableness going on lately. And I burnt myself out. And therefore, though, I'm surrounded by beautiful people like my vice president, Barravy, who does an amazing job to kick my ass sometimes when I need it, and yeah, that's my current struggle. That's it, and out of that darkness, I was able to restructure and come up with a new approach and restructure everything. And now, because of all that chaos and disorganization, there's organization now because of it, because of those struggles and working through those struggles. That's the eight, the figure eight. Yes.
We have to, it's the refiner's fire. We are diamonds in the rough, and so I'm so glad to hear that you worked through that, like within 24 hours. I mean, way to go. I mean, that's good that you had a little bit of a awakening in yourself, right? That's great. And I'm super excited. I envision, though, Matthew, in the near future, that your activism will sustain your life, that we will be able to live off of our good deeds, and that maybe we're not going to be and I'm fine with not having my own Learjet and or having a greedy gluttony in my life. I'm happy to work and be a servant, and I've done where much is given, much is expected. And so when we've been blessed in our lives, it's up to us to continue to work forward. And so I look forward to the day that you are compensated. And, money is not all of the compensation we get. We get other compensation in other areas that sustain our life. And eventually, I really look forward to the time where we are not held to just money being our root of a success. So anyway, is there anything else that I can do to help you, or anything else that you need from our group? And from from the group that you have, is there anything else that I can do to share to help you with your vision?
Well, with my vision, what I think that we can do is definitely help promote your February, was it 15th?
15th. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think maybe if you, during that, February 15th, if you want to promote the organization, what we're doing, once we're fully aware, organize, and have that mission statement down. And just what I can do is just get the word out, and I would love to bring some people to this.
Yeah.
That you're
Yeah.
already doing enough. Like that's perfect. And
Yeah.
like I said, I just interviewed you a day ago as well, and we talked about these 5 to 10 minute little weekly check-ins with each other on our channels. So I think just working and collaborating together with you, Rosalie, and keeping in close contact is perfect.
Okay. I'll send you the information,
Your
and in the
15th seminar.
future, yeah, you beeped out there a minute. I'll send you the information on the action groups that we've been doing, and then I'll get you the information about the February 15th conference, and then invite all your people that you know that have solutions. Remember, we don't complain in this group. We are solutionists. Like you said, we come to the table with solutions, and then we move forward with those solutions. The best ones get vetted, the best ones get funded, and then the ones that are kind of so-so, we help them get to a place where they can be, or otherwise if they can't because they're not economical, because I don't believe in handouts. I don't know if we've talked about this, but I completely am only about hand ups. And so only those businesses and solutions that can stand on its own 2 feet within 5 years and become profitable do we get behind, because they need to be profitable on their own right. I will get you all the information. We'll share this podcast and this video with other people, and let's move our organizations united together in our diversified areas that we're at, and we'll just start solving problems like hell won't have it.
Yeah, and yes. And what's great too is that I met you through working on Kurt's campaign. Kurt Galbach's running for mayor 2022. He's amazing. He's got totally in alignment with us with his business solutions that he has. So
Right.
that's another part of the puzzle when I said accountability and transparency over statesmanship, or statesmen like Kurt Galbach, who's running for mayor. You've already met him. He's definitely someone
Great guy.
who got the drive, and who will show accountability while he's campaigning, because that's what he's doing right now. He's out there networking with other nonprofits and getting this farm that we want to get established for food sustainability in our town. We're having a huge meeting this Friday. So Rosalie, you've already met him. You're doing what you need to be doing already. You're working with certain politicians that are ready to put action into their campaign, instead of talking about what they're going to do once they're elected, but what they're going to do now for you before they're elected. Because
Right.
that goes to show you, it's like, if I do something now and I don't get elected, at least my campaign was successful because we helped so many. You see, it will make people just look better overall, regardless if you're in a position or not.
Right.
And that's what Kurt Galbach is doing. He told me that the other day. He's so, he's not, it's not about winning. He goes, right now, if I just help the community and they put someone else in there that is in alignment with what we're doing, and it's not me, oh well, so be it. But they put a great person in there. Right now, his way of winning is just through action. That's
And
it.
I like Kurt because he's actually doing it. It's not like he's talking. So it's not let's campaign. I don't even think Kurt campaigns. What he does is he just does it. He does it and he shows his abilities. So that's what I would like to, and then we talked about that, is that it's so much better if we actually see the action before they're in a position to make decisions that that are detrimental. I mean, at least we know that Kurt's heart's in the right place because of his actions, not because of his words, because of his actions. So, and I see the same thing about you. Well, I'm so happy that you're here, and I'm so thankful that I got to meet you and that you are a part of a huge movement of bringing together and collaborating together on solutions that bring peace and prosperity for all. That's Regener8tive's business model. I'm going to go through it one more time. One nation under God. We believe in these pillars, that is accountability and transparency, education and awareness, with regenerative solutions that are hand ups, and you believe in that. And so I'm 100% to get behind you, and anything
Yes.
I can do, let me know.
I really want to, one thing before we go, and
Yep.
I want to bring it back to like the compensation part. My compensation right now, guys, and this is why I am doing this for free, because this right here means more than anything than those fake dollar notes that they give us from the Federal Reserve. I just had to throw that in there for a little bit of fun and
It's
commentary.
true. It's true.
It's true though. So this is it. I got a text message from a fan down in Phoenix. I'm like, I think I know who they are. I meet so many people on a daily basis now, Rosalie. It's like, forgive me if I don't know who you are, if you are texting me, but you did text me and it said, hello, Matthew. This is, I'm going to say John and Jane, for protection.
John Doe.
Yep, John Doe. This is John Doe and Jane Doe from Phoenix. We just want to send you a virtual hug. We respect the life you choose to live. You are fighting for humanity and the future for all. Just remember, it takes bravery to stand up when you feel like you're standing alone. Know you have people that support you and love you for doing what you do. Enjoy your day. I mean, that payout right there means more to me than a freaking $100 bill. I mean, you can't get a better payout or better recognition than getting a random text message from one of your followers that you don't even know sends you that. I mean, that's beautiful. That is God.
Won't it be wonderful when we, within the year, and I'm saying within the year, that we have no division and we just have collaborators? I mean, isn't that a happy world?
It
I'm
would be.
so excited for that. And this
Yes.
division has been used to propagate fear, and that is opposite of upgrading. We need to upgrade and collaborate and love. Game over. I mean, game on, basically, not game over. Yeah, game on. Yeah.
Game on.
Yeah. Game on.
The
So
game's
then we
been
get to,
over a very long time ago. It's game on now.
it's game
Okay?
on. Yeah. Yeah. So it's time for us to rise our race. That's what I say. Let's rise this race up. All right.
Yep.
Love
All
you.
right.
Talk to you
I love
later.
you. Yep. Ciao.
Peace. Ciao.